real good, ladies and gentlemen? You are back with another craft beer review from the Kissing Cousins.
And Off the Tap, I am Ted the Tank.
I am Skinny Jeans.
And he's going to roll through social media before... That's why we're in the penalty box. We can't speak. We're drunk. But we are in the penalty box right now, as you can tell. We're lined up. We're about to do something we've never done before. We're doing 2 beers in 1 episode.
Yeah, this is from O'Fallon Brewing. So they are from just right outside of St. Louis. We have a good friend that we've met through a number of different beer groups.
Basically, Chug Life. We chug beer with him. It's great.
Our good friend Zachary Daiquiri, Zach Fox.
Yeah, he works there.
He actually works for O'Fallon, and we struggled a bit to find information on this beer. He's in Facebook jail, which is quite hilarious. Actually, I'll just tell the story from what I heard. The reason why I heard he was in Facebook jail was because, well, I mean, you know how people can get. They do dumb things on the internet, right? So the story I heard, I don't know if this has any legs, but apparently there was a girl that has saved every piece of gum that she's ever chewed into one big ball. And she's done different things.
It's a gumball.
She's done different things to preserve this. And our good friend Zach just said, white people.
We're probably going to get shut off on Facebook for this.
And he, well, lo and behold, they banned him. I mean,
come on.
I think he's actually gotten in trouble for some other things on Facebook. But
he's a Facebook bully.
It's quite hysterical, actually. But anyway, so our good friend Zach Fox gave us a little bit of information. He just started working for this place recently, so he wasn't able to give us too much to keep.
It said 2 months before COVID happened.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a lot. It says they have a lot of good beers. These were in a thing that Matty Ice got us.
Yeah, so Matty Ice came over one day, and his brother-in-law lives just outside or inside. He lives in St. Louis, and he was always coming around with a 12-pack of beers, and what this brewery calls it is the penalty box. Basically what they do is they have a different beer or a variety of beers, and each beer has a different St. Louis Blues player on the label. So like this one, Darren Kimball, all right?
And this one is kind of like the Green Bay Packers, how they had the blind ref, where it was a missed call in the playoffs against the Seahawks.
No, it was regular season. It was the beginning of the season.
It was going into the playoffs, I think. It was the last game, and they got chastised for it because it was a missed call.
It was the beginning of the season because they had the replacement refs.
Oh, yeah.
And what had happened was Golden Tate came down with the ball, even though he did it. It should have been an interception. And the refs were like, that's an interception, whatever. Or it was a reception, even though the Packers clearly intercepted it.
Yeah.
And what we have looked into is that's basically what happened to the St. Louis Blues in a Game 3 in the Stanley Cup playoffs years ago. Now, Darren Kimball, what I was able to read into, seemed to be quite the brawler. And that's the reason why this beer is called Knockout. So
I kind of wonder why it's in the penalty box.
And one of his most famous games was also in the Stanley Cup playoffs in a Game 3 where I guess this dude just absolutely brawled out. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try both of these beers from O'Fallon Brewing.
It's the penalty box. So we're gonna do this one first, clear our palate, and then do another one. We put ourselves in the penalty box. We got 2 beers to drink now. We might get drunk. Just a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to get us going.
Don't get me on a hot streak. I'll start brawling too.
Yeah, it would have been cool if we had a third one, because then we could have called it the hat trick, but...
But we're going to try it. First up is, we'll do Darren Kimball's 29 Knockout Golden Ale. Golden Ale is one of your basic beers, basically. You know, it's nothing special. You're going to get the caramel malts and all that stuff in it. And there's not much for a bitterness in it. It's just your basic 50-year-old going to the brewery. I don't know what I want. You got a Bud Light? No, try this.
It's like
that beer.
It's like bringing my dad to a brewery, or I have actually even better, because my dad's actually dabbled in a few craft beers here and there. I have a friend that wants nothing but Busch Light. So
we get the Busch Latte.
Although this isn't a lager, this is like the closest thing that I could be like, just try this one and go be quiet in the corner. So let's
this craft beer snuff stuff.
Let's give this one a whirl.
It's malty. It's very malty on the nose. It's like caramel to the nose, big time.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell. Look at how bronze it is.
Believe it or not, it's got some carbonation that add a little prickly, but no hop bitterness. It's smooth through and through.
You know what? This is easy drinking as it comes. And it's got a great flavor to it.
It has a very good flavor, but this is like what you consider your craft beer for domestic.
It's as basic as it's going to get.
Like drinkability of this beer, if you're trying to come up with something for somebody new getting into craft beer, I'd recommend it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for us that have a more developed palate, no.
Drinkability for real is going to be definitely on the beginner end. Like, an ale is definitely something that I'm like, oh, you're used to drinking.
Oh, you want
like
hams?
Like a Miller Lite Pilsner or any sort of lager from Bud Light or Coors or something. Yeah, hams.
You want a hams?
I'd be like, try this first. This will introduce you to a little bit of a slight hop profile, not a lot, but it kind of gets you started.
It gives you that, it's more getting you into that malt flavor of what a beer is actually made with.
Something with more of a full body.
Yeah, it has. The full body is what I'm getting at too. Yeah, it has more of a heavy flavor profile and stuff that's gonna get you going.
Yeah, I like this actually. I was kind of.
I do. Zachary Daiquiri said, "This ain't the greatest that they produce. They have a lot of good beers, but we gotta go to the tap house. So once we're down there, maybe we'll hit up the tap house. We'll get there."
I'm a little more impressed than what I was anticipating because you think of a lot of ales just being bland, boring, not having a ton of flavor, but that's easy drinking. I mean, it's summertime, so that's something that you can easily pound. Palate cleansing.
Yep, this is poison, by the way. Yep, I'm gonna die now. Water. Alright, so now we got hand pass, no call. You know what a hand pass is? In hockey?
No.
Grab it and throw it.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than grab it and
Yeah.
Basically, he grabbed the puck and threw it rather than grab it and set it down by his feet like he should. He threw the damn puck. That's kind of a blatant thing. You can see that in hockey. Like,
yeah.
If it's going overhand, call it. If it's under, like at his feet by his stick,
well, because you'll see a lot of players grab the puck and then they can only throw it down by their feet.
Yep. Yeah, and like he basically what he did was toss it out in front of him.
We sound really stupid right now.
But that's what a hands pass is.
Hockey isn't our specialty when it comes to sports.
I don't like sports anyway.
I'm more of a baseball or football guy.
Anyways, this is a wheat beer, so we have had quite a few wheat beers. I'm expecting something a little bit more prickly and bitter than the actual golden ale. Hopefully it holds up to it. I feel like when you do the wheat beers, you get more of a little bit fruity on it. A little bit of a fruity note, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, beer.
Oh, excuse.
But
I think the one thing, like a golden wheat beer, the most popular is probably like Michelob.
Yep.
Is something that is, like, that's the one thing that sticks out to my mind that anyone would be able to resonate with is, oh, Michelob Golden Wheat. I can see the label. Pretty popular beer. It's plain, still in that age range of like
50.
45 to 55.
The old geezers. There's like no profile on the nose, dude. Zero. I don't smell anything.
I think it's, and typically they're a lot lighter, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lighter beer. It's gonna be easy drinkable. I'm hoping it tastes good, because we just did 2 beers and 1 review. Let's gather the beans. It's not as malty as that other one.
It's a bit creamier.
It's a little bit creamier, but it's very, very bland.
It reminds me
of flavor.
So you just did a cream ale. You just brewed a cream ale, and this actually, I love your beer.
Yeah, mine has more flavor than that.
It's got way more flavor than this, but it like the profile kind of
like the texture and the mouthfeel is there.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
I don't know. I don't really care for this beer because it's just bland, like very bland.
I think it's just easy. That's why a lot of people gravitate towards it because it reminds them of comfort domestics. So
That's what the geezers do.
yeah.
So
All right.
all right, cheers, y'all. Keep her tuned.